take a look at First Blood. So Angus does open this one up, and then Malcolm's going to follow. We're going to play this riff really A to D. So it's just an A to D riff, but we're going to play it down here in the 5th and 7th position. So we really have, for this part, an A bar chord, except we're not going to bar it, obviously. So we're just going to have our first finger on the 5th fret of the B string, our middle finger on the 6th fret of the G string, our ring finger is going to be on the 7th fret of the D string, and then we're going to put that pinky down on that 7th fret of the G string for this riff. And you want to make sure you've got that open A going as well, but not the open E. And then we're going to play that 3rd fret on the E string to A, and then G, D, A, and then back to the riff. All right, now when the vocals start, we're going to play that same thing, except we're not going to come down here again. But when we play from G to A, we're not going to play the G note. We're just going to play the open A and D strings to that A chord and just kind of hammer onto that A. All right, at the very end of that, you'll just hear this. You'll just stay on A. And then it'll repeat. All right, then we're going to get to the pre-chorus. So the pre-chorus, we're just going to have a C chord. And then we're going to be putting that pinky down on that 3rd fret of that D string. And then we're going to move that up a whole position or a whole step to this position. Same thing, just move everything up, and now you're going to put that pinky down on the 5th fret of the D string. So and then move everything up. All right, and then for the chorus, we're going to play G note to A to C. And then we're going to move back and forth here between this F sharp note and this G note. But we want to make sure that we're strumming some of the top strings, like the E string, the A string, and the D string here. So we're going to do this. To C to D. And then in on a G chord. And then back into that again. All right, so those are all the main parts for the song. Let's take a look at the guitar solo, just a slight change in that, and then how this one wraps up. So as we head into the guitar solo, we're just coming out of that chorus. Now, we're going to end up on this G chord, and we just want to stay there right before the solo starts. So we're just going to be moving back and forth between that F sharp note and that G note, but we want to make sure that we've got that little E and B planted there at the 3rd fret, and we're strumming all the strings. You can really hear those notes in this part of the song. So we're going to have this. And then when the solo really gets going, you're just going to go back into the same thing. Right, we go back into that riff. So those are all the parts for this one. Just one little thing at the end. When you come out of this solo, it's back into the chorus again. They're only going to go to that G chord one time, and then the rest of the time we just go straight to C. We don't go back to that G. So it does go to G there the first time, then it just stays on back to C to D. All right, so that's it for this one. We'll see you guys next time.